Hello there. You are not going to want to miss this recipe or this video because I have a treat for you, because what I'm going to make tonight is savory Sunday surprise. So yes, I'm making a Sundae for supper with beef. Doesn't that sound fun? That's what we're going to do. And just to let you know, as always, all of my recipes you can find on my website at cookitfortwo.com, cookitfor2.com. You can find my recipes. There's my cookbook is there. That's not all. Head on over to YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, so you can just hit subscribe there. Make sure you hit the bell. That way, every time I put out a new video, which I try to do once a week at least, you'll be notified and you won't miss it. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok. So now that we have all that out of the way, I'm going to get into this recipe because it is so good. Now, let me go ahead and say a few things up front. This recipe, it kind of has a few little steps to it. Definitely not hard, and keep in mind, if you just are busy, but you really want to do this recipe, just about everything that I'm going to serve, you can buy it already pre-made, or you can make it ahead and put it in the fridge. So no worries, either way you look at it, you can do it fresh. It's great for Cook It for Two, because remember what I say, you always want to keep things kind of spicy, even at the dinner table. All right, let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is I am making some mashed potatoes. Now again, like I mentioned earlier, this is something that you can buy pre-made. They even have, I think, mashed potatoes in the frozen section, or you could make them ahead. If you have leftover mashed potatoes, put them in a bowl and you can plan this meal. So I have boiled my potatoes, I have drained them, and I'm going to add in some, okay, no judging here, because I may even add more butter than this, but you've got to have a lot of butter if you want your mashed potatoes to taste good. And just to let you in on a little secret, I'm kind of known as the mashed potato queen in my family. So, but I really don't do anything special to the potatoes. I really don't. You're going to see that. I am doing salt, okay? I'm putting some pepper, quite a bit of pepper. I'll probably add more of both. It's better to start with a little, mix it up, taste it, and then add more. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, a lot of times you see people who, you know, they add in all this crazy stuff like cream cheese and sour cream, and that's great if that's how you like them and you do it. I've had them. They're delicious. But for my mashed potatoes, I keep it pretty simple. I'm going to just use some half and half. So that's what is in my little pitcher here. I'm going to pour in some half and half. All right, just a little. Like I said, we're going to mix it up. We're going to go from there. All right, so it's going to get a little noisy. I'm not completely finished yet, but like I said, I'm going to pause a minute, get my little tasting spoon, and I'm going to taste them. I'm also going to we're double dipping here, but it's just the two of us. I'm going to let my cameraman taste them because he's drooling. But we're not finished. We need more butter, and we need a little bit more salt and a little bit more pepper. I think we probably might be good on the half and half. I'm just going to throw that in there like that. And I'm going to mix it up again. I think our potatoes are ready. Now, you know, I have a little mixers here that I took out of my mixer, and I usually pass these off to the cameraman. Actually, most of the time we share them. He takes one, I take one. But I'm gonna pass these off to the cameraman. And I'm gonna go ahead and transfer our mashed potatoes into a bowl, and they're gonna just sit there and just have a little rest while we prepare the other items. But I did want to show you this beautiful bowl. Oh my gosh, look at the design on that bowl. I have been showing you some different Princess House items, and this is another one. I'm in love with this. Look at it. It's beautiful. I love this to put salads in. You're going to see in a minute how beautiful these mashed potatoes are in it, because, you know, it's all about the way things look, right? Even if they don't always taste great, as long as they look nice, nobody's going to notice. Now, this is the best thing about it. See how the design is on the lid. The same design that's on the glass bowl is on this plastic lid. Now, this right here is just a silicone border, but what this does is it's going to give you a really tight squeeze when you put it on the bowl, so it doesn't leak, and you have a beautiful bowl that has a beautiful lid. Oh my gosh. Now, if you love this as much as I do, I have a link in the comments that you can go and you can check that out. They actually come in a set. Well, you can get it as a set of 3, small, medium, large. Mine is the medium bowl, and or you can buy them individual. Okay, now here we go with this deliciousness. Oh my gosh, y'all, I love mashed potatoes. We're gonna put them right here in this bowl. And again, like I said, if you don't have time to make the potatoes, you can just pick you up some in the frozen section, and they will be just fine. You just follow the directions, and once you get it all mixed in, nobody will probably ever know the difference. I think I'm making a mess. Woohoo! Yes, I am. But look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go on to the next step. Okay, the mashed potatoes are done. Oh my gosh, one of our favorites, so delicious. I just made a roast in the crock pot. The roast that I used today was a rump roast. My favorite really is a chuck roast, but I was all out of those. This was my last roast from the meat that we get. So this is a rump roast. Put it in the crock pot, and what I did was I cook it like I just cooked my Sunday roast. I seasoned it good with salt, pepper, garlic powder, seasoned salt, some olive oil, vegetable broth, just because that's what was in my fridge. You know, I could have used beef, whatever, water if you don't have broth. And then I actually put carrots and onions in it, just like I do my Sunday roast, because we love that. And we just can eat the carrots and the onion with another dish. And that's another thing that I would like to point out. You know, if you're going to go ahead and cook, then you want to get the best value from your time and your effort. So any little place where you can cook a little extra something while you're cooking your main dish, that's always a win-win, because you can either put it in the fridge, you can put it in the freezer. You're already a step or two ahead. So that's why I went ahead and cooked. I'm going to have the roast in the crock pot anyways, so I added the carrots and the onion, even though I'm not using them in this recipe, but I'll have them in the fridge. So back to the roast. As I said, I cooked it in the crock pot. I probably cooked it for about, I would say, 7 to 8 hours. Cooked it on high for about 4 hours, 5 hours, and then I turned it to low and let it finish. And that's where we are right now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice this up, because you're going to see this is all going to come together in a minute. You'll see why I said this is so fun, and you definitely are going to want to try this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice this roast, and I'm probably just going to slice what I think we're going to eat tonight. But as you can see, look at this. I don't even have to slice it. This is just falling apart. Now, who knows, just, you know, drop me a little emoji in the comments. Who knows that this right here is exactly what you want to see when you get a roast out of the crock pot. You don't even have to slice it. it is just falling to pieces. Look at that. My mouth is watering right now. Okay, so this is perfect. We don't need slices. We can use shreds. Trust me, this is some pure deliciousness right here. So tender. Oh my goodness. I wish you could smell it. All right, so that's what's great about a crock pot. But I just cut up about this much. I'm gonna leave this part whole to go into the fridge, because I'll tell you at the end of the video another thing that you can, another recipe that you can do with this leftover roast beef, but you gotta watch to the very end to get the other recipe. We are probably gonna just start assembling this because the mashed potatoes are done, the beef is done, and all the other things. I have the gravy finished over here in a pot simmering on the stove. So now the fun is gonna begin. This is what we've been waiting for. All right, now I'm doing a little play in case you haven't noticed on the Sundae part, okay? So I am gonna fix ours in these cute little glasses that I have. Now, this is just for fun. I love to do fun things. I love pretty dishes. You do not have to do this. You can put it in a bowl, you can put it on a plate, you can put it in whatever your little heart desires. But this is how I'm gonna serve ours up. So we have the bowl. Now what we're gonna do first is we're gonna do the base kind of like an ice cream. We're gonna put our mashed potatoes in the bottom. Now I know some people that have a problem with their food touching and stuff. This is definitely not gonna be for you. But for those of us that don't care about that, this is so good and so fun. Okay, so now we have our mashed potatoes. Okay, now we're gonna add our toppings to our sundae. So we have some of this beautiful roast beef. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this. Wish you could feel it. It is so tender. And if it comes off in slices, then you know what? Just, you know, put your little slices in there. And it's pretty obvious that more than likely we know that for sure Kyle's probably gonna want 2 of these. But this is where we're starting. So now for the sauce, okay, you gotta have sauce on your sundae. This is where the gravy comes in. I just took the broth from the roast and I made us a gravy. So we're going to ladle the sauce. Oh my goodness. Is your mouth watering? I know it is. Okay, we're ladling the sauce in there.
My knees are actually weak.
Oh gosh. Okay, here's the gravy. All right, now we're going to add the Cool Whip, which is sour cream. Okay, we're gonna add a little Cool Whip. And we even have the cherry on top, okay? Look here. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all, you have got to try this. I mean, look at this. Who would not want to eat this? Oh my gosh, I just want to look at it. I think it's the cutest thing I've ever seen. And you know what? I will have to say they are delicious. Not only are they cute, but they look really good. So this video was a little bit different because a lot of the things were already prepared, but I will have the full recipe on at my website that you can go and get that. We're gonna have this, okay? This is of course our main dish here, but then I also fixed some pea salad to go with it. And if you're not familiar with pea salad, let me know in the comments if you would like the recipe for that too, because this is, you know, it's been in our family for years, but I don't think Kyle had ever had pea salad. Had you? You had. Oh, okay. Some people have never heard of pea salad. It's basically just English peas drained with some onion and some cheddar cheese, which I use the white cheese so you can't really see it, boiled egg, and some mayonnaise, salt, pepper. So that's what we're gonna have with our roast. We've come to the end. I hope you enjoy this as much as we do. You definitely need to give this a try. And as I promised, I do have another recipe to share with you as to what you can do with the leftover roast. Just a really quick and easy little recipe with your leftover roast beef. Just take that, shred it up, slice it up. Take you some onions and some pepper. If you like all the colors, use them all. You know, a little garlic, and saute that up in some butter or some olive oil. Get you some hoagie buns or hamburger buns, whatever you might have at home, or what your favorite is. Ciabatta buns, those are good. And just take that roast beef, throw it in with those onions. You could throw in some mushrooms, get you some like provolone cheese or Monterey Jack, a cheese that melts really easy, and just build you a delicious sandwich. That is a great way to use up your roast beef. You know, in the wintertime, I always usually make soup with it. Maybe you don't want soup in the summer, but you can always have a sandwich. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you picked up something from this video that you didn't already know that you can use in your kitchen. Lord bless you.